Warning. We here at Drak and Shadow would like to tell you that no cute and cuddly animals were harmed during the making of this video. Unless, of course, they were in the service of destroying the son of Satan. Or it was hilarious. Welcome back, everybody! And it's time for us to take on Maria, and as you can see, she actually does not use a whip. Her arsenal actually comprises of, and I've been having Alex giggle at this for quite a while, cute and cuddly animals.
It looks like it's just one bird right now.
Well, that's the basic weapon. So all the sub-weapons are cute and cuddly animals.
Right.
In fact, I don't know if you actually noticed, our sub-weapon right now is a cute and cuddly kitten. Or, as I like to call him, the broken kitty.
Is it a kitten or a bird?
It's a cat.
It looks like a bird to me.
The basic weapon is a dove. It's a literal dove.
Yeah.
So you're throwing a dove?
We are throwing doves of peace.
Okay.
Yes. And she's a vampire hunter. Man, PETA's gonna sue us so hard, Alex.
Well, PETA can kiss my ass.
Exactly. Now, you guys might also notice that she has a couple of unique mechanics compared to our buddy Richter.
Oh, there's the cat.
There's the cat, yeah. She can actually double jump. She gets a little bit of a flip in the air, so you can use that. She actually has a speed up kind of animation where she can cartwheel on the ground.
Yeah.
So you can get through levels quicker.
All right.
She also gets access to other ways to be able to complete levels. Richter technically does too, but we're going to use Maria as a way to actually show those off. So Maria's not going to be taking the same path as our buddy Richter. She is instead going to go off on her own. She also, unlike Richter, actually gets a Mega Man-esque slide. So some areas are actually more open to her than they are to Richter. But I figured that Alex would probably like the whole idea that she literally kills people with cute and cuddly woodland creatures. She is a Disney princess's worst nightmare. Actually, no, she is a Disney princess if they were your worst nightmare. So here is actually one of the alternate routes you can go in Rondo of Blood. You can actually take out... So believe it or not, Alex, there are actually 2 bosses for every level.
Yeah.
Or at least some of the levels. And in those cases, if you down the other boss as opposed to the more standardized one, you get an alternate path. One that's a little bit harder. In some cases. Sometimes they're stupidly easy, especially when you get to Dracula X Chronicles, which, by the way, damn you, Konami. Because literally, Alex, as we start Rondo of Blood, what do they announce? Castlevania Requiem, which is just basically making Dracula X Chronicles for PS4.
Nice.
So I've been playing this on the PSP, and we're gonna finish it on the PSP, damn it! Because I started there. Besides, we have to wait till 2019 for that. So here is boss number 2 of level 1. Just think of trying to animate that on Super Nintendo. Probably wouldn't work.
No.
You'd probably need like a Sega CD. And I'm also going to point out to Alex, this is the successful run. I had a couple of runs on this one where I was still trying to reacquaint myself with Maria and her mechanics. And yeah, I'm still a little rusty with her. She's way more flexible, in my opinion, than Richter is.
Mm-hmm.
Richter's still kind of rigid like the stereotypical Castlevania character.
What was that that she threw?
A dragon. That's like the only nasty animal she has in her arsenal. But like Richter, she also gets a cash out if she uses 20 hearts, and you can actually get really special attacks out of that. That's kind of why we're taking her down this harder path. Because some of her stuff is broken as crap.
Stage clear.
Yay! So we have completed level 1 for Maria. Does that mean we move right to Richter? No! We've got some catching up to do with Maria. Damn it. I hate taking the long way around. So here is what we affectionately are going to call level 2 alternate. Because this actually goes down a alternate path, and just for the record, I don't have it up on screen, but I will show you guys the actual map of Rondo of Blood, which is just basically kind of a squarish path. You can either go one way, or you can go down this alternate path. Or you can do what I'm doing right now and have, you know, one character go down one way and another character go the completely different way. But this is what you would get access to if you killed the sea serpent instead of the big dragon at the gate. So here we go, and again, I'm taking Maria down this way because she's a little bit more flexible. We can get away with a lot more crap, except in some cases she is kind of floaty. So if you guys are expecting that Maria handles easier than Richter, she does not. Especially if you're used to playing Castlevania games and you're used to that rigid Belmont-esque character.
Uh-oh.
You
That
died.
little girl died. Alex should be totally mad at me right now. Because I killed a little girl on camera.
Play better.
Get good? Is
Get
that what you're
good.
trying to say? All right, get good. All right.
Get good, scrub.
Damn it. I'm a Castlevania scrub. Alex confirmed it. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest with people. Like, by the time we actually get to Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles and eventually the next game we're going to tackle on this one, Symphony of the Night, we'll probably be doing that on PS4.
Yeah.
So that we can get the best out of the graphics, even though there are no enhancements to it. It's just Symphony of the Night. But Symphony of the Night's so awesome, so that's okay. We don't care about you, Mr. Gargoyle. We don't care about Pazuzu! There's a returning joke that hasn't been done in a while. Pazuzu! Alright, so... Also, for these alternate path ones, you get new tracks from the game.
Nice.
A lot of the stuff on the initial path is just remixes of songs that Castlevania fans love. But in this case, we got whole new renditions. Oh, and here's the actually, believe it or not, there is a worst power-up for Maria, and that is the turtle.
Yeah.
All it is a protective shell. Now, for some bosses, that's amazing, and her cash out's actually pretty amazing for that. But, yeah, you'd rather have something that attacks. You thought I was gonna die, didn't you?
No, not really.
Nope, we're gonna go down this way because alternate paths actually do lend access to get you back on the other path. So we want to stay on this one. Oh, and the sun is setting.
Oh, what a horrible night to have a curse.
Oh, no.
Fist bump right there. You actually read my mind there. Because that's the joke I was about to make.
What was the joke again?
What a horrible night to have a curse.
Oh, that's
from
right.
From Simon's Quest.
That's right. I forgot that.
And remember, guys, if you guys don't like the fact that Simon's Quest is canon, blame this game. Because it made Castlevania 2 canon. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. We finally killed this damn knight. And already it is boss time. So here we go. Boss number 2 with our dear Maria. And by the way, did you notice that her wall chicken is basically candy?
No, I didn't.
So she gets like ice cream and candy as a healing item.
Oh, that's adorable.
I have a feeling you are just gonna love Maria in this entire thing because everything about her screams cute.
Yeah.
And here's her next boss, the Skelegolem, is what I like to call it. I know it has another name, but
Golem.
I can't ever remember it. It comes back later. The funniest thing is that a lot of the bosses in this particular game return in later Castlevania, Metroidvania games, just because their sprites are so easy to do. Oh, and here it is. Here's what makes this guy hard. He can actually, after a while, shift his body. And that's actually why we picked the dragon, so that we can get access to his head right now. And Drak is being a dunce and not using the dragon right. Could you please start using the Blue Eyes White Dragon right, Maria? There we go, like that. Take my dumps of peace, you asshole! And here's the third iteration, which is just basically a moving skull pile. Yep, see, there you go. Let me touch your skin. We're going to eat our little girl tonight. You ain't eating anything. Besides, where would the food go?
Nowhere.
Exactly.
Stage clear.
So this is stage 2 alternate. And now that we've actually done this catch-up, it's time to return to our buddy, Richter Belmont, as he takes the more traditional route. An evil prayer summons the darkness. Yes, we are in the chambers of an evil organ. And how appropriate, because the music for this stage is Bloody Tears from Castlevania 2.
Yeah.
Except a remixed version. By the way, this is actually one of the tracks on Smash Bros. I am really looking forward to for their remix.
Yeah.
I love remixes of Bloody Tears. It's an amazing composition. And unfortunately, this does not give me meat, so I'm already screwed. Let's jump up here. And we have more spear guards that are frustrating the ever-living crap out of me. Come on, Richter, get good. There we go. So now that we've actually had exposure to Maria's gameplay, what did you think, Alex? Was it worth all the hype I gave it?
Yeah. It's kind of fun. It's projectile weapons, and
I have a feeling our episode title today is
adorable.
gonna be Death by Cute and Cuddly Animals. There we go. So now we can move on after we claim our wall chicken. Yeah, he gets chicken, she gets candy. What the hell? I'd like wall candy, thank you very much. Can we get some wall candy after this, Alex?
sure.
All right, cool. Alex never says no to me. And by the way, I just giggle at these swinging in skeletons like, yeah! Oh yeah, and by the way, we're actually walking through a church right now. Seems kind of weird considering we're making our way to Dracula's frickin' castle. But okay. There's the stopwatch. We don't want that. Stopping time is for losers.
What, you don't want to stop time?
Not particularly. Like, there are a couple of moments, I think, in this game where it's really ideal. This isn't one of them. We actually want the power-up that's coming up, which is a new one, Alex. It's one you haven't seen before, if I can actually survive. Nope. Damn fleamen. Somebody actually asked me once, who do you think is worse, the Medusa heads or the fleamen? And I just have to look at you and go, well, which one would you rather like to die by, a machine gun or a shotgun? They're both bad. Here it is. So here's a new power-up, the Good Book. I can kill them with the Good Book, Alex.
The good book.
And... oh, I thought I used it right here. Ah, never mind. I think you'll actually like what this power-up does. It's useful in certain contexts. The rest of the time, you regret having it. That's kind of the issue with a lot of the sub-weapons in Castlevania by this point, is that they all have really good moments in a level, and if you don't have them, then, well, sucks to be you. Oh, and this is actually another addition to Castlevania. Well, Super Castlevania 4 did it, but no others have done it. Mini-bosses! He's a gold skeleton. How do you feel about that, Alex? Would you like to harvest his bones and sell them?
That'd be nice.
I don't know why he humps the floor, but I'm glad James Rolfe mentioned it in his video. Is that skeleton humping the floor? Yes. Yes, it is. Nobody understands why. Oh, and this room actually is creepy, if you think about it, because in all that looming darkness, there you go. So that's what the Good Book does. It just spins around, and sometimes the pages will linger. Now, technically, if I fall down this pit, I would actually be sent on another path, but we don't want to do that, so we're going to be extra careful using the Good Book when we can. So yeah, if you fall down that pit, Alex, you don't die. You just get sent on another path, and I think it even sends you down to the alternate path. So we don't want to do that. We want Richter to follow this one. Oh, hi. This is another additional enemy, Alex. They've now created thieves.
Nice.
Thieves that can actually steal your sub-weapons and then run away.
Because of course they can.
Yeah, because of course they can. You gotta remember, this is around the time when they decided to start making Castlevania a little bit more difficult.
As if it wasn't already difficult to start with.
Well, apparently they decided to go down the punishing route. Oh, I love this effect, actually. You can literally make it dust.
He just goes sliding
What did
right
that
through.
skeleton do to me?
Everything.
Oh, and by the way,
Wow.
that is a actual... believe it or not,
That's a big
in the manual,
growth.
I believe that was called a hunk of ham.
Oh, I thought.
So instead of getting pot roasts and everything like that, that's a hunk of ham. That's a lot of ham to have with your pancakes. And here's our next boss. Welcome, everyone. The Minotaur.
The Minotaur.
Oh, and by the way, we've already seen like a cash-in with the holy water. Would you like to see what the cross does, Alex?
Sure.
Oh, you're gonna like this one. The power of God compels you!
It's the power of Christ compels you.
That too. There we go. Nope. Almost there. Oh, and...
Ow.
I always forget how to do the backflip with Richter, because that's how you're supposed to dodge that. But it's okay. We survived. This guy isn't that hard. So there you go. Like, this is yet another level. We've literally pumped out 3 levels in one video, Alex.
Sweet, we're kicking ass.
And yet, we've still got one more. We are going to do 4 levels in one video, because these levels are incredibly short. So it's back to the alternate path as we take on level 3, alternate. Let thy soul be at peace. And another thing that you're going to like out of this is that this is another specific level where we rescue one of the various maidens.
Oh, nice.
And I was wrong. I actually said this wrong in part 1. Maria actually can rescue the maidens. Just some of the maidens don't actually require the key power-up. You just have to manipulate the stage enough to be able to get access to them.
You feel like you're a Mario.
Pretty much. All right, and so this is actually just a hidden alcove. If you wanted to get your ideal power-up, you could. But sadly, not even the kitty is worth it here. Oh, and there you go. 1 up. We'll take that. And we end up in the sand with all the sand golems. We come over here, and we are now subjected to another mini-boss. Poor Maria. She has to deal with another mini-boss. And one that's incredibly creepy if you think about it.
It's the purple skull.
That skull has had way too much purple drank. There we go. The sad reality is like you have to actually have like this little Robin power up to be able to take him out because of those damn eyes. Oh, and yes, we just barely had a little bit of cake, and that gave us some health back. I'm sure you appreciate that, Alex. Cake makes you feel good.
Cake does make you feel good.
When you're not thinking that it's a lie! No, I'm kidding. So this is actually how you get access to the maiden. You actually have to unlock this specific area, because otherwise you would just go up where the Tyrannosaurus skeleton is.
Yeah.
And there you go. There's our next maiden, who has been mistranslated over the years. But I'd like to introduce everybody to Terra. You just have to wait for the cutscene to load. There you go.
Who's there? Sister, surely you're help sent from heaven. You are an angel. Please hurry back to the village. And be careful. Wait. What's your name? Maria Renard, vampire hunter.
Oh, I hated it when FMV did that.
What?
I know God is watching over you.
Where they try to have hands or feet or something like that, other things animate, and it's very clear that it's like a separate asset, and so it's like, oh, I guess your hand is a stick puppet, and so it's like, I'm not saying that it's hard to look at. I'm saying that it's hilarious, and it kind of takes you out of it. So there you go. Now we have actually rescued Terra. And people are probably wondering, well, how could you mistranslate Terra? For the longest time, the translation was her name was Sarah. But then when Dracula X Chronicles came out, I believe it was Iga that actually clarified to us that it is in fact Terra. And this is one of those times, Alex, where we're actually going to use the turtle power-up. Yes, it sucks, but with bosses, it's actually amazing. You guys will see in a second. And now we actually have to go through the arduous process of unlocking the alternate path boss. Which is actually kind of creative when you look at it, because we gotta make these things fall. It's gotta be both of them. And then you come down here, and now look, a new path is opened. And we got hurt.
Jeez.
And that's the cartwheel, by the way. Just to help you get through a little bit quicker. So here we are, boss time once again. That's kind of the downside, is like we haven't even hit the harder levels yet, Alex. Not even. And so yeah, we're kind of cruising through these levels. We might as well just get them done. I'm just letting people listen to this annoying boss music. Especially if you've had to do the boss a number of times. This is really annoying. Oh yeah, and so she had a piece of moldy cheese. And here we go. So our boss is the Beholder. So this is actually a really great way to be able to protect yourself of some of his attacks. Doesn't that just look like a giant Mario turtle shell?
It does. It's like a Koopa shell.
Yeah, so let's break out of it. And really what we're trying to do is this, so you can summon the mighty spirit of Genbu!
Nice.
That's basically what you get with our cash-ins. You get more powered up versions of the animals. Oh, and he's gonna try and kill us. Oh, noes. Oh, and yet we survived.
Just barely.
Just barely, but it's all right because we're gonna have this orb and it's gonna heal us back up to full.
Yay!
All right, and that's actually gonna go ahead and do it for this part. When we come back, we will resume our journey with Richter into level 4.